So, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, is directed by Rennie Harlan, and it's the fourth installment in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. It follows the events of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors, and the story focuses on Freddy Krueger's return, even though he sort of died at the end of the last movie, but we ain't gonna talk about that, because he also dies at the end of this movie, but we're not gonna talk about that either, because he sort of, comes back again and again and again and again and again. And one of these movies is literally called Freddy's Dead, and then he comes back again. But that's the end of the timeline, so, oh well. But yeah, this movie is definitely one of the weirdest in the franchise. I think it's alright, it's not the worst out there, but this is definitely the beginnings of corny, painful Freddy Krueger. And yeah, it introduced a new protagonist to the franchise and also kills off the remaining Dream Warriors, which is kind of sad, but at the end of the day, what do you expect? It's Freddy doing what Freddy does, and it's alright. So yeah, let's get into the review. The film opens with Kristen Parker, who is now played by Tuesday Knight because Patricia Arquette wasn't able to come back for this one. I've seen some reasons why. There's really no point even saying it. It was literally because she was pregnant. So, yeah. But yeah, she is one of the three remaining Dream Warriors who defeated Freddy in the previous movie, and she lives in Springwood with her remaining friends, two of the other survivors, Joey, who can now speak, and Kincaid, who is still his same awesome, hilarious self. I love Kincaid in these movies. I wish that he remained like in these movies. Sadly, he's the first to go, but I'll get to that in a second. However, she is still haunted by nightmares, and she still fears Freddy's return, even though there's literally nothing to worry about currently, and she still pulls them into her dreams, though, which is kinda sad. But yeah, one night Kincaid dreams that he's in a junkyard where Freddy's bones were buried. Freddy is dormant, but not destroyed, so he is resurrected by the spirit of vengeance and evil demon things, which we'll get to in the sixth, whatever the hell it is. And yeah, he kills Kincaid in the junkyard before, well, moving on to the next one. At school, Kincaid tells her buddy Rick, who is, yeah, he's cool. He's got a sister, Alice, who is going to become our new protagonist in these franchises for the next two old movies. But yeah, she is a powerful imagination and cool dreams. She's kind of sensitive to Kristen and, you know, Freddy's stuff. That night, though, Freddy visits Kristen in her dreams, and she attempts to pull Alice into the dream to escape with her. Freddy, however, kills Kristen, and she then gives her powers to Alice, making Alice the new Dream Warrior. Or, I guess, the Dream Master, yeah. That's the whole thing in this movie. They talk about, like, a poem, like a Dream Master poem. Rewatching this, it's barely a poem. This doesn't even rhyme. I don't know why it's a part of this movie, but it is. So, I'm gonna roll with it, alright? But yeah, so, Kristen is dead now. Rest in peace. And Alice is now our final girl. So, with each friend's death, she inherits their unique skills and traits. So, at the end of the movie, she becomes this karate-chopping, dream warrior and badass, I guess. And yeah, Alice is finally able to confront Freddy in her own dream, realizing that by using the power of rhymes, she can turn Freddy's powers against him. Alice recites the Dream Master chant, and Freddy is then overwhelmed by his own reflection in a mirror. That's not even a joke, he dies by looking at himself in the mirror. I mean, hey, if you're that ugly, it makes sense, but yeah, no. Freddy's a good looking guy. 100%, but yeah, Alice then kills him by showing him his own face in the mirror. She then awakens, finally free of Freddy, and the film ends with Alice visiting Rick, and, well, Freddy's dead. Until the next movie. And yeah, this movie is definitely the beginning of an interesting direction for the franchise. As I said, it was directed by Rennie Harlan, who doesn't have the best reputation in my books. He also directed The Stranger Chapter 1. bit rough. And yeah, Alice is a cool character for the most part. You know, she's kind of cool. You know, she can like take other people's abilities. This film has some cool CGI, but like, and some good practical effects. Don't skip on those. You gotta remember those. Yeah, I mean, she's a cool character. She becomes the Dream Master in this movie to finally face off against Freddy, but I mean, you're kind of stealing Freddy's name there. Like, he is the true Dream Master. He is literally a dream demon who goes around killing people. I think he's more deserving of that moniker. But Alice can hold on to it for another movie, then we're just going to get rid of her, alright? I don't really remember properly. I haven't watched Freddy's Dead in a few years. I've got to rewatch it tonight. But, yeah, however, the Dream Master does have its limitations. The fast pace of the story is just really, like, overwhelming. It just sort of, like, goes full throttle, like, from the start, and it's not really, like, room to breathe or really take anything in. It's really painful having to watch, like, some cool characters from the last movie devolve into just nothing burgers, and then all of them die. Like, poor Joey, man. The guy was finally able to speak, and then just, whoop, dead. You know, I mean, it does have some really cool sequences, and he uses a cockroach to kill someone. He turns them into a cockroach as well. It was kind of cool sequence. But, like, visually, it's cool, but story-wise, the film lacks a lot of depth and narrative. It really struggles to find a balance between humor and horror, and it really, you know, it does let Freddy's personality shine through, but, you know, as much as I love Robert Englund, I wanted more with this movie, and it sadly wasn't able to deliver on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I give this movie like a 6 out of 10. It's not as bad as I expected for a second watch of it in a while, but it's still not good, but it is nowhere near the worst in the franchise. Those are still to come, but to look out for those, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you all next time.